Stages of Group Development, Performing. This presentation reviews Tuckman's fourth stage of team development, Performing. During the performing stage, the group is operating at its optimal level. By this time, group members are aware of their roles and responsibilities and have begun to work together effectively to accomplish the group's tasks. They have found ways to communicate effectively and may be feeling like a cohesive and productive group. They may be energized by the progress that they are making together. At this stage, the group members will have assumed responsibility and have a clear understanding of the expectations. Your role as facilitator may have shifted such that you are interacting or directing very little. Your focus may be on monitoring activities and progress and intervening or providing support only when challenges arise. Challenges that have been observed in the past include things like too much competitiveness to give the best performance, misinterpretation of the overall objective and anticipated outcome, team members slipping back into storming as differences arise between team members as to how to best accomplish the task. Here is an example of the type of conflict that can arise. How might you, as facilitator, respond to this kind of statement? What might be the consequences of letting such a statement slide? Again, there is no one right way to respond to this type of challenge, but here are some suggestions. First, in the interest of supporting the group to take ownership and responsibility for their own process and progress, you may wish to wait for a period to see if other students respond first. It is possible that group members may also be aware of the possibility that power dynamics can exist, and they may be willing to acknowledge and validate the experience of the dissatisfied group member. Thus, the group members may be able to resolve the challenge with little or no intervention from you at this stage. However, if this does not happen, you may consider intervening. It might be helpful to begin with validating the student's emotions. It sounds as though you may be upset and concerned that one profession is more dominant. Inquire about how this speaker might like to see this challenge, if it exists, be resolved. A facilitator may then choose to invite other group members, both those in the group perceived as dominant and those in the other groups, to comment on how they feel about this issue. Solicit others' ideas about how this perception, if it is widespread, evolved, what the impact might be on different groups, and how the issue might be addressed. Process the emotions associated with identification of the issue and why it is that it evoked such a strong reaction. Discuss proactive ways of addressing future concerns. Discuss the rationale for IPE and why processing these kinds of dilemmas might be helpful to participants as future professionals. Care must be taken to sustain the effective people-task balance. The tendency of some groups may be to slip into a happy but low-performing group status. Alternatively, the focus may shift so heavily toward task completion that people and the interpersonal component is forgotten. As group facilitator, you can intervene if you observe that the interpersonal is being neglected with harmful consequences.